Reilly, great to see you.
Great to be back.
Okay, let's talk about this news. The Sussexes have lost yet another staff member after the CEO of Prince Harry's charity announced that he's resigning. What's prompted this, and has Harry said anything about it?
Yet another staff departure for Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. This time it was Richard Miller, who is the CEO of Harry's charity Sentable. This is a really kind of one of Harry's signature organisations. It's an HIV charity sort of targeting South Africa and Lesotho. It's really one of his sort of proudest achievements and something that he does promote quite a lot. So I do think this is a pretty significant departure. Mr. Miller has been in the role for about 5 years. He suddenly announced that he was leaving the charity earlier this week. Supposedly there's already an interim CEO coming in, but again, from a public relations point of view, it doesn't look good. Of course, we've sat here many times and talked about different people leaving their organisation, whether it was Archwell, whether it was people from their household. We know that they've had allegations in the past about unprofessionalism, as employers. So not a good look, but not surprising, really.
Yeah, unfortunately, not surprising. Time magazine has released its 10 finalists for its annual Person of the Year honour, and Princess Catherine was one of the contenders. Why did Time decide to shortlist Kate?
Yeah, well, this was a pretty big honour for Kate. Of course, Person of the Year is such an iconic title. Literally one person in the world each year gets it, and she's in the final 10. Of course, she's up against Donald Trump, she's up against Kamala Harris, Benjamin Netanyahu, world leaders. And it's the first time she's really been shortlisted for it. She was under consideration in 2011, the year that she married Prince William. But this year, I think that the editors of Time have said that she really dominated headlines, and I think we can attest to that. She was so much part of the conversation about privacy, about health, about even the future of the monarchy. So I think that, she just really did dominate in a way where I'm not surprised by it. I don't think she's going to win. I think that Donald Trump will probably get the title, but certainly, an interesting one. 2 royal family members have won the award in the history of Times Person of the Year. Wallace Simpson was the first after the abdication, and Queen Elizabeth was also Crown Person of the Year after her coronation. So, pretty historical moment for Kate, but I don't think she's going to get this one.
Yeah, I believe it is going to go to Donald Trump, but it's great that she has been shortlisted, and I do think she kind of brought the world together when she was so open and vulnerable and speaking about her cancer diagnosis. She's done such a brilliant job. Princess Eugenie is set to join the rest of the royal family for Christmas at Sandringham, but she is reportedly considering cutting her visit short in order to travel to California. So we're going to be seeing Eugenie out and about with Harry and Meghan over the holidays.
Yeah, well, reportedly Eugenie's been invited by Harry and Meghan to spend the holidays with them. I'm not surprised. Eugenie is definitely the closest of the cousins with Harry. She's always maintained a relationship with him. She even had a cameo in their Netflix show a couple of years ago. So she's always sort of been a bit of a go-between, I guess, between the royal family and Harry and Meghan. Reportedly, she will be appearing at Sandringham as usual with her sister and the rest of the royal family, and then she's going to be jetting off to California. I think it would be nice, I think that sometimes I look at Eugenie and I wonder if, maybe Harry and Meghan were thinking of her, someone, having a role like her when they were leaving the royal family 4 years ago. I think they probably envied her in a way. I think that Eugenie has this sort of interesting role where she has her own career, she is her own person, she's quite private, but then she also is still in the royal family. And I think that they probably, at one time probably thought that they would have a similar role. Of course, history showed it wasn't to be the case, but it's an interesting one. I've always sort of been fascinated about the relationship between Eugenie and Harry, and I'd be curious to see if we see them out and about together.
Yeah, we'll wait and see. Queen Camilla's son, Tom Parker Bowles, has confirmed that he'll also be attending Sandringham this Christmas for the first time. Why has Tom finally made it onto the guest list this year?
Look, I love Tom Parker Bowles. He's such a kind of funny, witty guy, and kind of what a surreal position he's in. Obviously, he grew up aristocratic, but very much a normal life. And then as an adult, his mum married, Prince Charles and is now the Queen. So he's always sort of had an interesting kind of inside-outside position in the royal family and in royal occasions. But certainly he hasn't been included in the past for Christmas at Sandringham. This year, he did confirm in an interview with The Telegraph that he made the cut. He will be attending. And reportedly this was at the insistence of Queen Camilla. She really wants to include her family in royal occasions. And I don't blame her. I mean, she's 77 years old. She's been going to Christmas at Sandringham now for 20 years. So that's essentially been 20 Christmases where she hasn't been with her son and daughter and her grandchildren. So it's nice to see that the Parker Bowles family are coming into the royal family a little bit more. But, you know, it'll be interesting to see how it's all going to look on Christmas Day.
Of course. You know, blended families, it can always be a little bit complicated, but I think it's lovely to see.
Yeah.
Reilly Sullivan, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.